So my 5-year-old put me on to this song, and there's some songs that are just easy to jam with, fun to jam with, and you can get the whole family involved. So if you've got kids, if you've got some friends that you're trying to jam with, this is a song that surprisingly works really well for that. So if you want to get started, you need an iPhone or an iPad to get your bass rhythm going. All you got to do is go into the beat sequencers. You need 126 beats per minute. You can pick your bass drum there. If you've got a real set of drums, you can just teach somebody to give you that bass rhythm at about 126 beats per minute. If you got somebody, you can teach them the bass part. It's just 3 notes, really. The rhythm's a little tricky to get it exactly right, but you can simplify it. So I've got my Spark amp by Positive Grid. There's a bass driver setting. You can mess with some of the effects and get some kind of cool sounds there. But your bass line is pretty simple. It's just E flat, F, and G. So you can play that down here on the 1st fret on 2nd string. So you're just walking up 1st fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, or you can get a little bit different tone if you come all the way down here to the 11th fret on the 4th string. And that's 11, 13, and 15. Really simple bass line. And so if you got somebody playing the bass drum, or you set it on a loop on your iPad or iPhone, and then somebody can be playing this part, you can teach them. It's a really good way to get people jamming together in your home. If you got a bass or you got an extra guitar, you can teach them that simple part, and then you can jam along together. Let's go to the guitar part. Okay, so if you've got one of these Positive Grid Spark amps, there's a preset called Angry Monkey under the alternative. So if you go to that, it sounds pretty cool. I'm playing a $125 Strat Coffin here. Got it on the bridge pickup. Got the volume all the way up, and both tone knobs are on about a 5. And you just start on a G. So you can do that open, or you can play the lead part on the 12th fret there. So that first little part is G, G, and then you go, that's on the 12th fret, and then you go to, there we go. So go to the 15th fret with your ring finger, and go down to the 13th there. And then come back to the 15th up here. And then you go to an A, that's on the 14th fret. So A, B flat, C. So all together. And then the high part, you go all the way up to the 15th, 16th, 17th, the 18th fret. So you're just going back and forth between the 18th and the 17th fret. So a pretty simple riff. You can play the other parts to it, but just that jam, especially if you've got a younger audience, they can really have some fun just jamming along to that. So really simple. If you've got the Spark amp, you can play around with some of the effects on that alternative section, like spooky melody sounds pretty good. A little softer, so you could teach them dynamic. So you're playing the bass drum, you bring the volume down a little bit, and then that's kind of fun. You got the reverb there. You can You can go to the hide and seek, and you get the ambient sound. That's kind of a breakdown. So this gives you a really good chance to play around with the effects on, especially if you've got the Spark amp or if you've got a pedal board. But it's a really fun song. Just that basic riff there. There's more to it, and you can get a little more advanced, but just really simple chord progression. If you've got a bass, if you've got an extra guitar, you can get your friends and just jam along with it. I imagine you could do some power chords too. The E flat would be right here on the what is that? The 6th fret. Just working your way up 6, 8, and 10. So if you want to do the power chords, rhythm, if you're trying to teach somebody rhythm, you can really just jam with a song like this. It's popular with kids who are on YouTube. They're familiar with it. You can really just create this love of music for a whole another generation. So have fun jamming.